Good evening, UNCW, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Seahawk Central Sports. I'm your host, Trey Owings, and tonight we'll be taking a look at some interstellar events as well as recapping soccer, volleyball, and everyone's favorite midnight event. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because Seahawk Central Sports starts right now. Have you ever been sitting at the top of a roller coaster and felt that odd sensation in your stomach? It's a common phenomenon as most roller coasters are between 200 and 300 feet tall. Now, instead of that coaster car, you're in a balloon, and instead of 300 feet, you are 24 miles into the stratosphere. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, fearless Felix Baumgartner broke the speed of sound during his free fall from the Red Bull Stratos capsule. Baumgartner spent a staggering 5 minutes and 35 seconds hurtling towards the Earth at over 800 miles per hour. He now holds the record for being the first person to break Mach 1 outside of a plane or spacecraft, and was also crowned for having the highest space jump from a manned balloon at nearly 128,000 feet. After this extraordinary event, Baumgartner plans to take it easy for a while by flying helicopters for rescue missions and spending time with his girlfriend. Speaking of legendary feats, a former NBA All-Star and living legend visited our campus this past week to give a speech on success through diversity. Irvin Magic Johnson was the keynote speaker at this year's Wilma Daniels Distinguished Lecture Series. Magic is well known as being an NBA World Champion, MVP, and All-Star for the Los Angeles Lakers. But Magic's success went beyond the court. Magic Johnson is one of the most successful African-American entrepreneurs of all time and is even the co-owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Seahawk Central Sports was there to cover the event, as well as an exclusive interview session with Magic himself. Let's see what the Lakers legend had to say at his press conference.
I think the number one thing for me in business and on the court was I was just a fierce competitor. And I don't like to lose. And even today, I don't like to lose. Yeah. And then be a professional at all times. You know, coming here today, I was supposed to be here at 6. I got here at 10 to 5. You know, that's who I am. You know, be a professional at all times. Everything you do has got to be about professionalism. It's got to be about first class, you know, and so that'll follow you no matter where you go. But a competitor, man, and just like I hated to lose and then make the playoff with the Dodgers. Every time the Lakers lose, I hate that, you know, and then the problem when you retire, you can't do anything about it. See, when you were a player, you could do something about it, you know. But now you got to sit in a suit and just be upset. Then I take it out on my wife when I get home. You know, she'd be like, "Oh man, here he comes. I know you're gonna be grumpy." And then when the Lakers go in the playoff, I tell everybody they can't talk to me. All my employees can't talk to me because I'd be so upset when they lose and everything. But that's just life, man. That's if you're gonna be successful. You gotta be a competitor, you know, and then last but not least, you know, this is really the Daniels family, Miss Daniels, the things that she's doing, bringing me here, and along with the university, of course. I just want to say thank you to them, and you know, it's a blessing that I love coming on campuses, speaking to students about my journey and how I made it to this point.
Tickets sold out almost immediately for Magic Time at Trask as a packed house listened to the living legend talk about the importance of dreams, determination, and drive in the entrepreneurial world. Seahawk Central Sports would like to give a big thanks to Magic for his speech and to all the individuals that made the event possible. And now, for you Seahawk crazies, it's getting very close to that time of the year. Basketball season is fast approaching, and the kickoff event known as Midnight Madness has become a staple of Seahawk pride and spirit. This year's extravaganza did not disappoint as students and staff enjoyed a bevy of talents and interactive games, including a performance by UNCW's very own award-winning dance crew, Physical Graffiti. as well as being able to participate in basketball competitions for the chance to win prizes and gift cards to local businesses. The excitement in the building intensified even further as the 2012-2013 men's and women's basketball teams were introduced to the crowd. Each team competed in a three-point shootout, and the men's squad electrified the crowd with a high-flying dunk competition. Senior standout Keith Rindleman brought home the crown with a beautiful between-the-legs windmill slam. The season begins on November 3rd as Rindleman and the men's team takes on NC Wesleyan, and the women's squad hosts UNC Pembroke. Close, but not close enough. That seemed to be the theme for Seahawk volleyball on Friday the 5th as the Delaware Lady Blue Hens came back from a 2-game deficit to defeat UNCW 3-2. UNCW jumped out to an early match lead behind the strong play of sophomore duo Morgan Klein and Sarah Fitzgerald, as well as senior setter Natalie Lahai. The score was tied at 11-all midway through the third set, and things were looking good for the Seahawks until Blue Hen senior Alyssa Aker and fellow upperclassman Katie Hank turned on the heat and carried the momentum as Delaware won the remaining 3 sets for the overall victory. The competition increased for the Lady Seahawks as Towson rolled into town hot off their 9th straight win. The Lady Tigers aced the match with a 3-0 win count, twice holding UNCW under 20 points. Towson junior Katie Buck set a match record with 14 kills to lead Towson to its 10th consecutive victory and an undefeated CAA record. Junior Christy Late and sophomore Morgan Klein paced the Seahawks with 8 kills and 7 spikes, respectively. They just couldn't keep up with the first-place Tigers. UNCW doesn't return home until October 23rd as they face North Carolina Central in a non-conference matchup. Turning now to some more positive news from varsity athletics, the Lady Soccer Hawks put on an all-around clinic on Sunday the 7th against the Old Dominion Lady Monarchs. UNCW smoked ODU in a 5-0 blowout to bring their CAA mark to a 3-3-0 record. After a defensive show in the first half, the Lady Soccer Hawks scored 5 goals in the second, with 5 different players finding the back of the net. Freshman Maddie McCormick, sophomore Stephanie Bronson, and junior Nicole Costa, and seniors Stephanie Rose and Allie Nagel were the Fab Five for UNCW on senior night, as fellow senior Caitlin Hunter made several saves to chalk up her 5th clean sheet of the season. Congratulations are in order for those girls and the seniors who worked so hard to get where they are today. And more soccer action came from the following Wednesday and Thursday as James Madison's men's and women's squads came to town. UNCW split the 2-game series as the men lost 1-2 in a heartbreaking overtime defeat, and the women cruised to a 3-1 victory over the Lady Dukes. Our very own Perry DeLuke was on hand for the men's game, so let's head over there now and see how the match shaped up.
The UNCW men's soccer team hosted the J.M. Madison University's Dukes tonight at 7 o'clock in the UNCW's own soccer stadium. UNCW, with a record of 5 wins, 6 losses, and 1 tie, versus the James Madison University's 4 wins, 5 losses and 2 ties, is a fair enough battle for this 2 teams tonight. Let's see how they both paired out in this evening's match.
Freshman forward Colin Bonner delivers an excellent through ball to senior midfielder Etienne Bollinger, but unfortunately, Bollinger couldn't capitalize. JMU freshman keeper Christian Faust punched out many UNCW shots throughout the night. However, despite the Seahawks' constant offensive presence, JMU scored first with a sneaky header by JMU's freshman forward Eric Schmidt. Not to be outdone, Jamie Dell answered with a goal of his own off the assist from Bollinger when he scored in the last minute of the first half, showing off his impressive ball handling skills.
Tonight, lots of intensity here in the UNCW Soccer Stadium. Catch UNCW next this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. as they face Old Dominion. I'm Perry DeLuke for Seahawk Central Sports Teal TV. Until next time, guys, thank you.
Great work, Perry. The Lady Soccer Hawks had better luck against their counterparts as senior standout Stephanie Rose tallied 2 goals during the game to pace UNCW offensively. Fellow senior Lindsay Henry put the Seahawks on the board at the 24-minute mark when her 30-yard free kick glanced off a JMU defender and made its way to the back of the net for her first goal of the season. The Lady Dukes tied it up in the 50th minute on a Katie Highland goal, but Rose turned up the heat late into the game and sent the Seahawks soaring past James Madison on the wings of her 2 goals. UNCW faced competition on Saturday as 12th-ranked Old Dominion University came in town hungry to break their two-game scoring drought. Our ever-present Luke Gainey was on deck at the soccer stadium, so let's head over there now and see the results of the match.
Thanks, Trey. The Seahawks are in for a battle royale tonight as they will be facing off against the Monarchs, whom hail from Old Dominion University. The Monarchs embark on their quest to UNCW with some impressive stats, but the Seahawks look ferociously determined to knock them off their high steed here tonight. Now let's go to the match.
The Seahawks lunged to the front in the 22nd minute as freshman Nathaniel Goodwin slammed a blindside goal assisted by Colin Bonner. Old Dominion, however, was quick to reply as forward Tim Hopkinson grounded a shot into the box with the help of a chip ball from Jordan LeBlanc. The Monarchs continued their pillaging onslaught, scoring a second goal to shatter the halftime stalemate. Despite valiant attempts from Seahawk goalkeeper Brad Newman, UNCW received a questionable foul in the goal box, giving the Monarchs a successful penalty kick, putting the scoreboard at 3-1. In the clutch and out of time, the Seahawks attempted to get back on their feet, but were unable to do so.
The Seahawks led early on into the game with a goal by Nathaniel Goodwin. However, the Monarchs came back with 3 unanswered goals, 2 of them by Jordan LeBlanc, and one being a questionable call in the goal box, leading to a successful penalty kick. All in all, the Monarchs got the Grail this time. You can see the Seahawks playing Georgia State next Wednesday. Better be there. This is Luke Gainey reporting for Seahawk Central Sports, Teal TV.
Thanks, Luke. Truly a heartbreaker after starting out so well. As many of you watch our program, talk of sports may take you back to a time when going to the gym wasn't such an imposition, and doing 20 push-ups in the morning didn't cause you to collapse in a heap of exhaustion. But even for you sports enthusiasts who still frequent the fields, varsity athletics may be too intense. Thankfully, UNCW offers many intramural leagues to choose from to relive those high school glory days. And now, without further ado, I would like to congratulate the new 2012 Fall Intramural Champions. For men's indoor volleyball, we had the aptly named Ballbusters. The women's tournament was taken by storm as the Aces went undefeated to the title match. And for co-rec, the Pink Flamingos made a strong showing in the playoffs to come out on top. The other championship tournament results come from the soccer fields as the co-rec gold crown belongs to the Ballers and Shot Callers after a thrilling penalty kick shootout. Team USA followed suit with a win over Chips and Salsa in the finals. Well, guys, it certainly has been an exciting couple of weeks here at the Dub, but be sure to tune in next time for the latest and up-to-date sports news from all corners of the Seahawk Nation. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, whether it's on the field, by the courts, or at the track, I'm Trey Owings, and I'll see you at the game.